Hello friends! Today we are going to discuss some worksheets which help in improving attention and focus in a child. These worksheets you might have found earlier, but the important thing is not to give those worksheets to your child, instead figuring out the correct technique of how to approach the activity, and that is what we are going to discuss today. For our first activity that requires attention, we are going to have some dots made or small circles made on a paper. Different colorful circles are available. Initially, if you try to give multiple stimuli to the child, they will get confused and will not attend to the task. Instead, let's give them only one target. That which color circle can you see? When they say red, very good. Now we are going to draw a triangle outside every red circle, and then we will ask the child to scan through the sheet to find all the red circles, because this is an excellent visual scanning activity and helps in improving focus of the child. Let's try to go in line. We found a red circle. Let me help you so you can hold the child's hand to make them understand 1, 2, and 3. Initially, maybe the child will draw it on the red circle. It's okay because they identified it correct. It was just a matter of knowing it's not inside but outside. Let's find more. And you continue scanning with the child to find the next red circle and help them complete all of them. We got our 5 red circles. A small target helped your child to understand that a simple activity can be done. There need not be multiple steps in it. Very good. This could be only the part that you cover for the first day. If your child found the first target easy on the first day, you can add another one. So there are 2 this time you're going to find. Or if you thought that it was a challenge for your child, so this day we are not targeting on the red circle, instead only on the yellow circles. So you try to find all the yellow circles and make a square around it. It is important that one form of the activity is covered first. For example, all the shapes that go around the circles. So a triangle around a red dot, a square around a yellow dot, and a circle around a green dot. Let them finish only this first, and then you can move on to, okay, now we are going to try to cross them. So the first one is the vertical and horizontal line cross, and the second one is the oblique line cross. It is important that your child tries to complete one circle, as in one color first, before moving on to the next one, in order to get them less confused. So for example, in a very later stage, you can say, okay, there is a green circle. What should we do with it? And the child tries to scan from here. Make a circle around it. This should be the last part where the child has to figure out what to do with this color. Next is the blue one. What should we do with it? Let's try to make a plus sign over it. Next we have a red one. Let's draw a triangle around it. So this way you also change the activity from going from this end to this end, and then asking them to identify the color and then see what needs to be done with that color. The second interesting activity with this is the arrow activity. So the child is going to identify all the squares that have a forward arrow. So the forward arrow would be, and here you can actually go in a line. So this is a forward arrow, you have to color it red. So you keep searching for them so the child is able to complete it. Identifying simple colors and then drawing shapes around them is easier. So this becomes a second level activity for them. A red square with a forward arrow, yes, it matches. So you let the child cover it. Even if the child is coloring incompletely, it's okay. Even if they're not filling the entire space, at least they identified. Always figure out whether your target in the activity is coloring or is it filling up the space. So if you want them to fill the space, that's a different activity. Here we just want them to focus and figure out whether the color is matching. This one has it too. And then let's color it. This one. So the child may leave it like this. It's okay. They correctly identified it. The focus task was carried out. Next, we give them the second target, either simultaneously or change it for the next day. Let's try to color a square which has a backward arrow. So the child identifies one, and even if they mark it, it's okay. And finally, you can give them all 4 targets. In a similar way, they are going to find the first one. You show them and say, can you see the forward arrow? They identify it's red color. The downward arrow, that is the green color. Again the forward arrow, red color. Downward arrow, green color. Upward arrow, yellow color, and so on. The third and final activity has more meaning because the child can follow the sequence to green, white, and yellow. But what happens is, instead of going in the same order, they will see green is outside. So they will try to create a mirror image here. So they will try to color green here and yellow inside. So sometimes and initially actually kids try to do it as a mirror image. Instead you can guide them. Okay, let's see the first circle. It's green, then it's white, and then it's yellow. But is it fair to give them the entire thing the same day? No, we can actually try with only one circle at a time while the others are covered. Orange, orange. White, white. Then try to give them 2 where they figure out the concept of how many they are supposed to color. Even in this, give them a target like this where both the circles have a color. So red and green. Let's go red and green. In this way, you overcome the challenge of the child using mirror image as reference. I hope these techniques were informative for you to understand how tasks need to be presented to your child, how much stimulation or how much part of the activity you can give initially, and then how to expand from there, and the correct technique of how to let your child identify the target, identify how to continue with the activity. Let me know in the comments below how were these activities and any queries or suggestions that you might have. Also like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will meet again soon. Bye.